Man, thank you for the time today. I know you got a flight coming soon and a session coming up pretty soon as well. But I really want to kick it off. One, allowing you to introduce yourself and talk about your years of experience in the training industry, and talk about your background in your first, let's say, 2 or 3 years training and how that went for you.
Okay. Well, basically, I'm Coach Kevin Gibbs, and I got a basketball training business called Born Winner Basketball Academy. I also am a coach at Shooting for Greatness Academy. And it's a prep school in Raleigh, North Carolina. And basically, I play basketball. Been playing. I played for 5 different high schools. I played for 3 different colleges, right? And then I started getting the basketball training after college. I kind of, like a lot of basketball players, want to be pro and stuff like that. And things just didn't work out in my last year. Injuries, just different things of that nature. And then previously I was just doing, my family had the school, and I just used to do little training here and there and stuff like that. But I never really seen myself as having a business doing it. But like I said, after college, I jumped in there with the family and just was like, training. Like I said, we is a prep school, so just training high level athletes, right? And basically, but I wasn't getting the payment, right? I wasn't getting paid for it in monetary value. It was a grind, right? So basically, it's like, we were starting up, so it wasn't enough for that, right? And we were still learning that process, right? And it was just a grind with that. Yeah, it was just, things wasn't. The program was running in a successful rate, but financially it wasn't there.
What was that conversation like? Whatever you're able to share, what was that conversation like at home with the fiance, significant other, the wife?
Well,
at that time?
It was definitely support, but then, it was a little difficult, like, because sometimes I didn't have my payments set up the right way, and then I do training for a whole month, then people supposed to pay me, and that'd be my rent money, and they stiff me, and I'm calling around, and just, it was a lot. I gave up on basketball training like so many times.
What brought you back?
Well, I would have to say God, I have to say God, because I just feel like I didn't want to do basketball a lot of times, right? But I was doing really good with the players, and the players were like really taking to me, and I was just sharing with them just my experiences. Like I said, I've been in 5 high schools, I've been in 3 colleges, so I experienced a lot of different coaches, a lot of different environments. So just basically sharing that wisdom with them on the court and off the court, and it just, I had, like I said, try to give a lot of time. I wasn't making no money, right? And then I had one client that just kept coming to me. They were paying me like $50 at that time. I'm like, oh, that's good. I'm getting $50 an hour. Like, so I was like really happy at that time, because before I was like I said, getting stiffed a lot. I might charge someone like $200 for a whole month, and doing like training like 3-4 times out the week, and my goal was just I just wanted to be the best trainer, right? Get the most results. I didn't really think about it as a business though.
So what started to change your mindset when you started getting this $50? What switched your mind to think more business?
At that time, I was doing free camps, like for the kids at the church. So I had left Shooting for Greatness, right? And God had to left Shoot for Greatness. Like I said, working with all these athletes, getting all these athletes into college, working at a high level. That was my first experience when it comes to training, right? And then I got brought down all the way to like dealing with 5- and 6-year-olds. So, it was just like so I'm doing that, and I was doing that for free, right? And I was doing that for free, just giving, and, and then, like I said, I had that one client paying me $50, like, and that was like really helpful at the time. So, I wanted to make it in basketball training, but I just didn't see how it was going to happen, right? I lacked a lot of business skills that I needed. I had passion, ambition, and drive. I lacked the business skills for people to take me serious. So, that just kept me in the loop. When I'm saying that $50, I tell that person all the time, you just kept me around, because I didn't want to do it, but I didn't need the $50 every week. You know what I mean? So I done it, and I did enjoy it. But like I said, I just didn't see this being a business.
Until when though? When did you start seeing it?
Well, that's a good question. So basically, just working other jobs, right? Still trying to do my basketball training. I'm still doing basketball training for free at the church, right? But I'm getting so many like good results, right? So what happened was, what happened was I was doing it at the church for free, and then some things happened at the church where they shut down my program, right? And then the same day, a parent that came, she got me another gym. She was like, "Well, my son, he haven't picked up a Bible. He never picked up a Bible, and he just picked up a Bible last night. So we got to keep this program going." So she called some of her connections, and she got me a gym. So when she got me a gym there, I had to charge because I had to pay more money at that gym. So I was just charging like $10, right? So I was just doing that. And then I had got back into my old church with the old gym location. And basically, now I had worked out a deal with the church and say, you know what, I gotta charge people. So then I charge people in a lesser price. I'll charge people like $60 a month. Just doing beginners, group sessions, just like $60 a month. And then I was built up. I built all the way up. I built back up. I was working with different organizations. And then COVID happened, right? So I probably was training about 30 people. Then also working with other organizations, doing different camps and clinics and skill developments for them. And then when COVID hit, I got all the way down to one client. Yeah, so it was like, I'm like, oh man. So I was like, that's just when I got where I wanted to get, built up. Then it just all crashed. I had one client. So I was back to, when I was doing things for free kind of in that kind of mindset, just saying like, is this supposed to be for me? Or like, this is not a stable business. Like, right. I just lost everything in a blink of an eye. But then, so, I had worked with that one client still. It was always this one client that just keep me around. And so, was working with him. And then I started working at another sales job. I said, man, I got to get some money because, business been like for a couple of months. So I started working in this sales job and just, doing that. And I think I was probably getting like commission, like $200 or $300 a sale or something like that. And I'm thinking, man, I could do the same thing with my basketball training business, right? Like I'm getting people here. So I started during this time period, I was working there for maybe about 2.5, 3 months. And it wasn't something I wanted to do, but it was sales. So I was learning more and more about sales, right? Previously I had got into real estate, invested a lot of money into that, but it wasn't for me in the sense like this basketball training been for me, but I hadn't fully accepted it. So now when I did this sales job, I fully accepted, like, you know what? I got to make this basketball training work, right? And so I used that sales experience. I used the business experience I got from the real estate and the marketing and the business structure. And then also the sales training that I received from here. And I just put this into my business. And I started to I started selling longer term package programs. And so basically like this year had been like my best year, even though all that COVID stuff happened. It just, I'm at a point now where I'm like, okay, I've realized what everything was all about now. Right?
Which one? Because I'm hearing you went to this job and
Okay.
the sales experience helped you gain confidence, gain the skills, and transition to apply in your basketball training business.
Yes.
What else did you learn in that entire transition that made you think this is why this happened? This is the reason.
Just was another step. I realized that in business, like the basketball training, it's like, that's the easy part. I've been doing that for hours and I got so much hours invested. And like I said, that's about 5-6 hours a day I was doing. Right. So that was never my struggle. I always get results with that. My struggle was how I'm going to like basically live. Is this something I could live off of? Like, this is something that, the business, I didn't have no coach. I didn't have no mentors. I just had an idea and I was just trying to, I didn't know how much I didn't know about business and how important that was. So this sales job taught me, sales is just like having your own business. So, it was just some definitely strategies that I saw that, was able to push me over the edge and to be able to come up with the plans that I needed. I was doing them before, but I think the sales training really just bolstered me a lot because, I started to get on the phone a lot more and just close people.
Yeah.
Which is really the oxygen of the business, right? You can't do what you want to do right now. What we don't realize is we need the business part to be able to actually continue doing our passion. If we don't have anybody paying and can afford the rent and afford to live, then how can you help anybody else? Which is interesting hearing you say that. So, okay, you have this transition, you learn all these things from the job, you come back and apply it to the basketball training business. COVID happens.
Still doing basketball training during that time too, sorry. Yeah, but still doing both.
Oh, you're growing it now, though.
So I definitely was growing. I was still growing. But I said I needed another. I was a little bit nervous that this could happen again.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I'm thinking I might need some, I need some extra money to put in the stash just in case something happens again. I was a little bit nervous.
Right. So lead me to the different actions you take after the sales training. You're nervous this may happen again. You get a different job. You start looking at different tools and softwares and everything. And I know you and I started talking around that time, I'm imagining, but kind of fill me in to the time we started talking and where you were mentally.
Okay, so basically, I did invest into a coaching program. I invested into a coaching program, and while I was at this job, like, it kind of helped me because my time was extremely limited at this point because I'm basically working like from 8 to 5, and then I'm doing training on 3 days out the week from 6:30 to 10. So
it's a full day.
It's a full day, right? And so while I'm there at the sales job, I'm thinking like, I'm thinking about my future, and I'm saying, okay, I'm signing people up still now. But now I'm a little bit more hungrier because I'm like, I know I ain't going to be here for the long period. So I'm a lot more hungrier. I got the experience doing that and just saying, this is what you either going to go hard at your business, Kev, or you're going to subject yourself to this. Like, which one are you going to do? Right? So I'm like, all right, I'm signing people up while I'm here. And I'm thinking, okay, once I get to this amount of money, I'm be out of here. And I'm going to just, I'm going to take the business to another level. I'm using this time. I don't have no more time to waste because I'm working all day long. I'm tired. I got to spend time with my wife. I got to do a lot of stuff. So I got to put things in order. And it helped me be more efficient with my time.
I like that. So, okay, you're growing, you're getting more people signed up, and you're starting to see, okay, I'm getting people signed up, but my time is probably going towards collecting payments or scheduling people for the training sessions, towards all these other administrative things that probably take you away from selling and or training. So you come to a certain platform, which was, did you go to the Kajabi first?
I got into the coaching program, right? And then I got
into the program, that's right.
Program, right? And so I was able to develop these systems that I needed to implement these systems into my business, marketing system, how I'm going to get whatever I'm gonna do to get the leads, to turn them into a client, developing the sales script, developing, I was able to build up my membership site. I was just so many different ideas that I wanted to do with my business, and, and just not only, so I invested money and I invested just the energy and time just to get that up and running. So it was just a whole system, payment, how to collect payments, because I do automatic payments now, basically. Before I was just accepting cash app, just so, so that was a big, once I stopped doing that, that helped me out tremendously too, because now, when you're thinking about when your money's going to come in, that's a lot, right? So once I got on that system and I was able to sell longer term commitments, like I usually try to sell like 6 months or 1 year commitments. Like the least I'm going to sell is 3 months. So now this helped me out. So now I'm like, okay, I don't got to if I'm selling 3-6 months, then I know how much money I'm going to be having if I keep getting people signed up. Right? I didn't leave a job till I had enough money coming in through the business that I could live off of, pay my bills. But I knew that if I took the time from that job and dedicated more to my business that I have during the daytime, and now I had actually things that I I had systems in place that I could actually do some things, because find out in my basketball training business, I felt like, okay, I'm only doing training like 6, 7, 8 in the night, right? So I found hard before, what am I doing during the daytime, right, to fully maximize my business? And that's what I struggled with at first. Like, what am I going to be doing? Like, what are the action steps I need to be doing on a daily basis to grow my business to, yeah.
And what are some of those? What are some of those things that you've found that are really helpful during the daytime?
Definitely, like I said, to me, it's just all about having your business in order, right? It's about, knowing your numbers, knowing how many people that you need to get in your basketball training business for you to get to that level, right? To the level that you need to get to, the financial goal, or just the life goal that you want to get to, right? And basically eliminating a lot of things like that you think you have to do, developing this and developing that, and just getting to the nuts and bolts of getting clients into your business, right? Get into your phone, right? A lot of people want to do, like, social media and stuff is very good, I think, but I don't really get a lot of clients off of there, me personally, right? So, I was posting a lot, but I still wasn't getting clients from this. He wasn't turning into clients for me. And so now I didn't have a system in place to get them there, right? So, like I said, just basically developing my business systems, basically knowing step by step what my process was. So when I spoke to a parent, that I was the expert, right? So they weren't like asking like me questions, I was asking them questions. And I was like telling them how the process was going to go. So, that helped me sign up more people.
I like that. That's good stuff. And you're right. Sales is a core functionality. And if you don't have some kind of administrative process, it does kind of get messy, and that messiness can slow you down. From my experience, it sounds like it's the same from your experience too. So you got this coaching program. It's talking about systems. It's talking about setting things up for membership and everything else. What happens next? And when you and I talk, I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, you and I talk. So we talk around this time. I was trying to get I said that, all right, I need another website. I know a little bit about systems now. So I need somewhere I had I wanted to add more value to my business. So I knew I needed something type of online membership to add more value to my program. I learned about, adding more value to my program. And so, I spoke with you and the situation happened. And then, I had got with Kajabi, right? And this was a very good platform. And I was able to do all the things that I had the ideas to do, right? And so as I start developing that more, we spoke, right? And I spoke to you and I said, you know what? I had liked what you said, but I just wasn't in the mindset at the time, because I had just dumped a lot of stuff in my brain out, and I didn't really want to deal with none of that stuff at that specific moment. I kind of just wanted to leave that alone. Give me like at least a month where I don't have to be doing all this back end stuff that I just spent all this time on, and just let me get into a little bit of training and just getting a little bit more clients again. Because now I have the things that they're going to use. That's when we spoke.
Yeah, and what was it? And we'll be upfront, man. We didn't handle our side of things as well as we could or should have. So then you decide to go to Kajabi to try that out. And when I was talking to you about what we were doing, which we're going to talk about now, but what did I say to you specifically that you said, okay, you know what? All right, let me come back to him a little bit later. Then that stuck with you a little bit.
Yeah. So you was talking to me, and I said, yeah, I just got to Kajabi. I knew that was kind of like a hard thing. I'm like, but then you say, you know what? You didn't impress me, right? So I said, all right. Then you said, you know what? For us, by us. And I said, and I thought about it for a little while. And I said, yeah. I said, I just knew right now. I ain't feel like thinking about it. But I just kind of let that marinate in my head a little bit. And I was like, I like his confidence, right? That, he said, at least give me a chance and see what I could do. That's kind of how I am. I feel like, just give me a chance. And so I started to do more research. And that's when I seen a lot of videos with Najee, actually. Him showing his business, right? And like I know it. So basically I needed a CRM though. This system, Kajabi, didn't have a CRM. Let me tell you that. So it didn't have a CRM. So I started speaking with my wife. She's in sales also. And she said, Kev, she's been telling me you should use Salesforce. So I'm thinking, I'm thinking it might be a little bit expensive. I'm already paying a certain amount of money in tools, like, right? And it's working, right? So I'm like, do I really want to be adding more stuff, more time, more energy, and to implement this more? But, I want to have one of the best businesses. But then, so then I called Salesforce and I start thinking about what you told me in the video, because you sent me a video also. And that's one of the things you said, yeah, but we got this good CRM system. And I'm thinking, okay. So I went back. I start doing more research. I start seeing Najee on his videos. And because I had a little bit of digital marketing experience. So I seen how he was setting up his websites. Right. And I said, oh, this is really good. Like, right. And this kind of does everything that I need. Then I start looking more. Okay. Say I'm already paying for sales systems. I'm already paying for this. Which is okay. But I feel like this program could be more catered towards me as a basketball trainer and also save me money. That was the big thing. I feel like I can save like some money using this website and still get all the things that I need to accomplish, plus learn further, educate myself on marketing.
Man, you said it all in one right there. You're right about it. And that's our job, is to keep showing that, proving that. And it's why we're on the call right now to talk about it. So, Najee, can we go in and talk about the playbook, show the demo, and Kevin, me and Najee can just vibe and talk about what's possible for your business, because this is specifically towards you and how we can make sure that it gets maximized.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about the CRM, man. Like, that's, for me, honestly, for the playbook, that's the number one tool, the most important tool in the playbook, in my opinion.
I agree. You want to touch on that first?
For sure. So you have the dashboard right here, and you already know how it works, Kev, with the pipeline value. When I worked in corporate too, the main thing they talked about is how many dollars have you pitched? How many dollars have you sold out there, and you can go to Hoops University if you want to. Not you, either one. So try to have that as high as possible. And the thing I like about it is you can see how much money is open. You can see the conversion rate. Is it 10%, 15%, 20%? And for me, I'm still learning the law of probability, right? If I'm closing 30%, then that's what, 1 out of 3 people. So if I get somebody who joins in, I need 3 more people in the pipeline just to get to that same percentage. So always having the numbers game going and working for me. But the best thing about it is every time you have a conversation with someone, you come here to the pipeline, put it in there, and you see what opportunities are out there. You don't want dollars just sitting there the entire time, right? So when it's time to prospect, you know who's the most likely to buy, who's the most interested, and you spend your time wisely on the people who are, I guess, the hottest leads, what we can call them, for lack of a better word. But for me, again, the most important feature here. So what are your thoughts towards the CRM? What have you used in the past, and what is your experience with it?
I've used different CRMs. Nothing that was like before COVID, I had invested into a CRM, and then I just kind of stopped investing because my business just kind of went down. So basically, I had found the simpler way just to use a Google Excel sheet. That was my thing at first, just using that. I still had Kajabi, where, the members could kind of communicate with me and we had a community. But what I struggled with and what I kind of liked about this was, what my struggle was like, okay, so I would have a process where I get someone, whoever reaches out to me, like I said, I always get them on a sales call. I don't try to, whatever it is, I always lead everything to a sales call. And I go over my same script. But sometimes I have people signing up. And so no matter what, I get people's information before we get on the sales call. So I have leads, but it's really hard for me to manage those leads because I'm doing everything in the best. So I'm here, there. So I'm trying to find new clients. I got old leads, but sometimes I just write them on a piece of paper and then try to call them. But this is really not a good way to manage that and to stay structured.
Absolutely. And Najee, can we go to just to protect anybody's information, can we go to a test site to show the process for organizing different leads?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, that's a good point, man. Like once you get to a certain number of trainees and prospects, it's hard to keep up with. So what we'll do, you can go to opportunities, and there are different stages here. So if you wanted to have hot leads, somebody who hits you up in Facebook, somebody who hits you up in Instagram or email, you can have that as your first pipeline. The next one, if you have like a skill evaluation or you have a trial session for that person, that can be a pipeline there. And for me, I like to have a pipeline that says make sale. So I know for a fact, they've said one word, like we're interested. I just need to go back and schedule that person and seal the deal. So I have a pipeline for that as well. And all you would do is put their information in here. So Najee, can we act as if or go to Jane wants one-on-one lessons. We can go there. You'll put in all their information. And for me, I like to put a $ and we talk about all the stuff in the locker room, but so for lack of time, you can schedule an appointment, you can gather information, you can qualify the lead, you can, and I have follow-up here to make sure I get back to this person in a timely manner. She wants one-on-one lessons. We have the stage, the pipeline, put their email, their contact information. And Najee, if you scroll down, there's a lead value there. So if you charge $250, $300 per session, you can see how many dollars you have in the pipeline and where that person came from. So for you, if you say social media is not the move, that's not where you get most of your referrals or your leads, you can put word of mouth, you can put Facebook, you can put email, whatever the case is.
Things
so,
like that,
so you focus on that source there. So again, that's the high level overview, I should say, of the CRM that we have.
So sorry, don't go out there yet, please. Oh dang. I want to see the task, right? So I can put the notes in there. But upon this stuff right here, I can go up. I could put notes in there too, right? But then let me see the task. Okay. So this automatically will so for example, if I say follow up with this person on 2 weeks from now, someone say, you know what? Like I had a person sign up today. They contact me on November 22nd saying they want to get their child some basketball training for Christmas. They call me. I forgot about them, but they call me today. So can I put something in here that says, call this person in 2 weeks or whatever, and that, will it can I sync that to my calendar or something like that?
Yeah, so we have reminders. Basically, you can set up triggers. Yeah, so if you need to remind yourself about a certain task, like you said, follow up with someone, you can set it for the date that you want them to remind you, and it can send you an automatic text message and or email reminding you of whatever that task that you want them to remind you about. So yeah, it's pretty robust and such. A lot of things you can do with it.
Okay.
Najee, could you send a message? Could you send a text message to send it to me? I don't mind. Actually,
can you make calls out of here too?
Yeah, let's do that. That's even better, Najee. Sorry,
you could do that too. I mean, that's everything. I mean, man.
Yeah, so this is the phone number right here. You want me to add yours, Marcy?
Yes, that's fine. If we can show it, 864 275 9954. And Najee, Kevin he'll have a number.
So this comes with like a Google Voice type of number too?
Yeah, y'all see that?
Okay,
See that, Kevin?
That's good.
Cool.
That's very good.
Yeah. So as far as like a quick overview on, like you mentioned, the phone number, basically your website comes with a personalized business phone number. And it can be catered based around the area code that you have, so it can be similar to yours. And that number that you receive with your website, it'll be forwarded to your own personal cell phone number. So you can have it set up so that when people call your business number, it calls your phone number. You can answer it, you can talk. Basically, you have there's options for a recording of it, so you can do go back and look at the.
Oh, so you can record on here too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's good. Yeah.
So you can go back and listen to how the sales calls went, what they got happy and excited about, take notes so you can mention it for the next ones, those type of things. You can send out text messages as well throughout the platform. Right here is one of the best features as well, aside from the CRM. You can send out text messages. You can also send out emails for each individual based off of the conversations you've had. One of the really cool things, so this is a layout of the front end of the website I can touch on right fast. But we have all of the websites set up so that they're built to generate new leads for you. So when they come to your site, the first thing, let's just say your front end offer is a free session. They click right here. First thing that we do is grab their name, email address, phone number, and then get my free session. This will send them to a page where they're able to book that free session. I can show you that back end. But basically, they'll be listening to this page, thanks for your interest. They can book their free session with you. And it don't have to be a free session, like Myson suggest skill evaluations or whatever they may be, but they can book that time. And as soon as they enter their contact information before they even get here, basically what happens is that name and information gets entered. Exactly. And they get tagged so you know exactly what their actual source is. So you can tag it so that it says free or potential lead, or not potential lead, but potential client.
Have tags for anything that you want to have tags for.
Exactly.
I use this in real estate right here, that same one, yeah. The smart list. I seen the smart list. So it kind of populates by itself.
Exactly.
You got the tags on there.
So this right here, so everyone that enters that contact list, they will be put right here, dropped right here.
Okay, automatically.
Automatically. So let's just say you have a value, Myson mentioned this, where it's you charging $200 a month for, group training. Everyone that enters here, they will be automatically entered in for $200 per month. This one says $500, but this is an example so you can get the reference. $500 a month, and on that dashboard, it lets you know where they are. So you have a total value of $500 that you can potentially close. Then if they actually go through with the booking process of that free session, they'll be moved over here to book the free session.
Automatically, or I do that?
Automatically.
Okay.
As soon as you get them in person, and let's say you actually sell them on that $200
program is sold. Okay. So this is the workflow. Boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm. So we have triggers set up so that it doesn't
automatically okay. That's very good. Because some of this stuff I do manually. Like I have on my page, when you go to my page, you'll see they'll fill out the application to go to the Kajabi. And then sometimes I got to enter them in manually. But when someone signs up, I just add them to my Google sheet. Right. So it's a lot of work on my end that I don't really be doing all the time because sometimes I be super busy.
So those triggers, basically we have a payment system that they can actually go through the process of signing up for your monthly program. So as soon as they sign up for the actual program, that's what triggers them to become a client. And that's how you automatically add them in.
Then they could go on my marketing campaign and different things of that nature.
They get automatically entered into your campaigns. You can have campaigns. When they sign up for that free session or skill evaluation, you can customize the messages to send out. So it sends them a text message.
Text messages too.
Email. All of these things are set up automatically. It sends them reminders 2 days before the session to their phone and email a couple hours before the session. And you can structure out the duration of time based off of what you want to happen. So an hour before. And those text messages and emails, if you want, we can set up a link so that they can reschedule if they need, as opposed to like just not showing up or canceling.
Wow, yeah.
It's like really robust as far as the different components that it has. So, this is the same things that we have set up for us, for our training businesses. And every time that we come up with something new, a new strategy, we add it to the playbook so that way you can have that same strategy. So, sort of speaking of what you were talking about, like the coaching program, we teach you what to do, but also give you those tools and add it to your account automatically so you don't have to do it yourself.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Okay, let me get 2 questions for y'all too. One is the payment system, right? How does that operate? Because usually I set people up on reoccurring payments with my payment system.
So I'll show you mine right fast because I don't think it's structured in a playbook, the demo. So I'll go over here to funnels, and this is my coaching funnel. So if someone wants to purchase the actual coaching, all right, so this is the actual page. So they enter their name, email address, phone number, go to step 2. And then this will be the actual coaching. So it's payment info, $200 per month. You can change it to display whatever you want it to display. So over here under products, we will basically just create
Okay, there you go. Subscription in one time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's through Stripe.
Through Stripe. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I use Stripe right now, but it's a different payment system.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can set up as one-time payments. You can also do membership. So we have a membership component. So when they sign up for your actual your monthly coaching or your monthly training program, you can give them access to your courses automatically as well. So if you're doing online courses or you're doing like structured programs, videos and such that you want them to get access to, give them homework, whatever, you can pick which one you want them to have access to. You can do upsells or
it's the same thing. Kajabi got the same thing in here too, but they charge you more. But go out 2 years, all right. But then all the other stuff that you said, text messaging, this is more money too. Like, all right, so
the cool. Oh, what?
Sorry. So how do you do? So go to subscription. So how you set up a reoccurring in the other payment system I got, you got reoccurring payments and then you have subscriptions.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, we just go off of subscriptions. So subscription just charges them on a monthly basis. One time to just purchase it once and they get access for however long. So subscription is just literally just monthly basis until whenever they want to.
Okay, I guess it's the same thing as the reoccurring. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the other thing is you get unlimited courses. You can create unlimited, videos, all of that stuff, and you don't get charged per video or anything like that. I know Kajabi. I know
it's 3. You only get 3 products. You get 3 products, and then after that, you gotta upgrade.
Yeah, you get unlimited.
That's good.
The thing that we like really pride ourselves about the system is simplifying everything that you need. So text messaging, that's one business of itself. Text message marketing.
Yes.
You pay upwards of $100+ per month for that, but you get unlimited text messages with us.
With that. Right. I know that you always have to pay with any CRM. You have to pay for the text message, the SMS messaging.
Exactly. The CRMs, like you said, Salesforce and such, those are monthly charge. The campaigns, like MailChimp and all the advanced ones, those are monthly charge, $100+. Those can get into the multi-$100, thousands, whatever. All of the scheduling, so Calendly and these other scheduling programs. So save you potentially like $1,000+ a month under one software, and it all integrates with each other. So that way you don't have to log into here and add it there.
I know, because I already pay, like in my business, I'm paying like maybe like $400 a month in tools.
I think about when you start growing, when you get to 1,000.
That's what I'm saying. I was getting ready to start. I'm thinking about growing now again. So this is why I reach out to y'all, because I'm looking at a bigger picture at this point.
Yeah, so that's the very like broad overview of some of the components. It gets a lot more advanced, but as far as showing you features, those are the main things. Unless Myson has something he wants to go over.
Scheduling.
No, man, I'm curious to know from Kajabi, like you've already noted most of the similarities here, Kev. And one thing I wanted to do is to see what that migration process will look like. Because Najee, I told Kev, look, man, let's migrate everything over there for you if it makes sense to do it, to set everything up on the back end. But it sounds like, man, we're going to have the automation set up easily for him, so it's streamlined and it's seamless, and he doesn't have to do all the manual work he's already doing right now. Just want to make sure that's the case, though, Kev. So whatever you can tell us or show us will help us out to confirm.
So you want me to share my screen?
Honestly, bro, you can.
Okay, so is that better for you or not?
Always up to you all. I mean, whatever works for you.
So what do you want me, just to like show you or tell you or
tell honestly, because for you it doesn't sound like there is too nuanced to get what you're set up over there here. So you can tell us what do you have set up?
Okay, what I have set up. So basically in Kajabi, I have a online community where that my members, they can communicate with me personally, right? I have my strength and conditioning program up there, and the videos and the PDFs. I have the strength and conditioning. I have the mindset and confidence training on there with the videos. I have the accountability videos on there with the PDF. Plus I have just some career development, and I have my blog up there. I got about 40, 50 blogs up there. And then I have just my marketing, my systems, like the marketing, just, the same stuff that y'all could do. I mean, as long as you could move it over on y'all end, that's kind of cool.
Here are two things I wanted to, because I know we had a high point right there, but I want to talk about the blog and the online membership to make sure that we're clear there of those transferring over. As far as the blog, it would be possible to set that up here as well.
I mean, I could insert those too, you know what I mean?
Exactly. As far as the online membership, is it a pool where everyone's allowed to communicate and everybody sees each other's messages? Talk to me about that online membership.
Well, basically the community. That's the online community. So for me, I only sell memberships. I don't sell sessions. I only sell memberships. So everyone gets access to the membership that signs up. But the community is basically, I haven't had a lot of people use it, to be honest with you. But the goal of that community is everyone sharing with each other, everyone encouraging each other. But at the same time, you could also, personally talk to someone or me.
So, Nigel, could you show them the conversations?
Oh, that's conversations. Okay.
And how that would look?
I kind of saw that one from Facebook Messenger. I kind of saw that, how you had it set up too.
Yeah. So basically with the messages, you can send out those group text messages. Basically, you can structure it out so that automate the messages. You can send them different pieces of the courses. Let's just say you want to give them an onboarding process and you're talking about certain things. You want them to get a new lesson every single day. You can set up where you summarize a little bit about what this video is going to be about and then send them a link so that they can get quick access to it. Basically, you just have the ability to communicate with all of your clients, athletes on a consistent basis with your text messages or email or whatever it may be.
Is this only through Facebook?
No, this is your.
Oh, this is actually SMS.
Mm-hmm. So these are actual text messages. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
So basically,
and I could group them in that same thing.
So now group text messages.
Yeah.
So another key point that I was going to mention was, although the communities, like the online communities, are pretty cool, I think ideally the best tool for that is the Facebook groups, having a business Facebook.
I kind of feel like you're right about that too.
Because they're already on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of interaction in the community. It's there, but I'm not getting a lot of interaction with it.
Because it's the process of trying to get them from where they're currently chilling at and then get them to use something different, So it's a little bit of resistance. So if they're already on Facebook and they're already used to it, whatever it may be, putting them into a Facebook group, all of your clients, just having them there so they already know it a little bit, they're comfortable with it, they probably already got the app on their phone, building a specific community of people, your athletes on Facebook, just makes it a little bit easier, they can post their videos, they can post their training videos, you can go live in the group, do a weekly Q&A, things like that, and then they'll receive the notification saying, hey, Kevin Gibbs is live in the community group, whatever it may be. So you can do a lot more with the actual Facebook groups. So I think that's like obviously that's what we do. So just a more streamlined way of keeping your audience engaged without, trying to change up their actual habits. They're already on there, so you might as well leverage it for the business. Yeah, so that's one of the main things. I mean, like I said, there's so many other components that we can go over, but as far as the overview, those are the majority.
Yeah, I got you.
And I wanted to ask that question to make sure, before we talk about obviously the investment with it, to make sure there's no stone unturned. You don't have any more questions about the migration or transition. So, you have any questions?
I mean, I like it as long as if you guys could set. I know how to manage it and basically develop it too. You know what I mean? My thing is just, like I said, I spent a lot of time just putting that together. So if you guys could get that over and get me started, I feel like, I would feel comfortable with that.
All right. So with that being said, man, you got right now, to make sure I understand, you're spending $400 per month in tools to operate your basketball training business on a monthly basis.
Yeah. I mean, that's not including gym.
Okay, and I'm just thinking about software, like
This
just
software.
by
Yeah, I'm
itself.
paying $150 for Kajabi, right? I'm paying minimum $150 for Kajabi, another $50 for the payment system, and then just some other tools too, man. Just different
For
type
sure.
of tools, man. You know what I mean? I don't even know everything is up, but just different type of, yeah.
Okay, so you already know the investment. So the investment here is $97 per month for the first 30 trainers who are on the playbook, and for you, you're already spending $400, so that would save you $303 off that. Not to mention that everything's going to be migrated over here for you too, and not to mention you have this CRM included that you don't have in Kajabi. And you got the pipeline
And the text,
value, right?
and the text messaging.
And the text messages too that you don't have any cap on right now, since you'll be one of the first 30 on the playbook. And you can literally see if you're making your money back with the pipeline value that you're looking at right now to make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck. So you got all that stuff in your arsenal. How does that sound for you? Can we migrate you over?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, that's yeah.
Okay. Najee, I think you said yes.
Yeah. And so in the coaching programs, I could add as much coaching programs I want to that, right? Or like whatever, like products or whatever that
Courses, yeah. You can
Membership.
Memberships, yeah, I guess memberships, yeah.
There's unlimited access. There's tons of them.
But it looks just like Kajabi right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's model of it basically. So to take the same structure, because if you're already using it, it's pretty simple, straightforward.
Yes. Okay.
You
Yes.
can see different products, structured out how you want.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very similar with the same model. Yeah, I got the same thing. Yep. Customized. I mean, the same thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Solid,
Exactly.
man. So how
long do you think that process would take?
Great question.
Yeah, so I guess depending on everything that you have to migrate over, but usually we say 7 to 10 days.
Okay.
To get everything up and running for sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's everything. So not just the migration, but the actual website.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
The front end of everything. Yeah, making sure that.
So what about the directing? Is it still gonna be? It's not gonna direct to that old website no more, right?
Nope. So it will be connected to your new site, and you'll be able to see all of your pages. This is the website builder right here. If I click right on the little editor icon, you can see every page inside of your website. You can structure it out how you want.
Okay.
You can add a new page. If you're familiar with like funnels, you can build those.
Okay.
Limited funnels that you want to have, add a new one from scratch. So all of that stuff is pretty straightforward. We have videos breaking all down how to operate on, use them, create new ones and such. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can even use these to sell online products as well. If you have ebooks, free guides, videos, things like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, that's straight. I mean, I really like it. Like I said, I want to switch over. It's gonna save me money.
Yeah,
make you money.
Save money, but make you a lot more money.
Yes, make me money. It's gonna make me money.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like I was telling Myson before, so even like say, for example, if I could get someone signed up for the website.
Right, in the partnership. So basically he was asking if I got some other trainers who are interested in it, and if I could get them signed up to the playbook as a referral, can we send out an affiliate fee? I told him, yeah, let's talk about it. And I know you and I, Najee, sit down more and make sure that it works best for him, works best for us, so we can partner up. Mm-hmm. But Kevin, that's definitely yes, man. It's a definite.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. So that's like exactly. That's just one. Like I said, in my mind, I'm looking at. I really like the website, right? I understand it, right? I understand it. a lot of things went through my head that helped me understand this. Maybe a lot of basketball trainers don't really understand it all the time because they don't understand business to the level they need to understand it at. But like I said, I'm helping some trainers now, but eventually my goal is to help more trainers too, right? So I don't think that they're going to get it. I'd rather just direct them to the website also because the website is good and just is going to help them out too. That's not something I have to deal with. Like before I was directing to Kajabi. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, yeah.
Yeah, so, and that's the key thing I think that we try to focus on is the education piece, where we're providing those resources that needs to be understood when it comes to market. Because the thing is, as cool as this stuff looks, think about within the next 5 years, like these are going to be the bare essentials, like 5 years ago, like social media, like being on the social media platform was essential. But look how fast things are transitioning. Now we have text message marketing, like that wasn't really thought of that long ago. Mm-hmm. But now it's like one of those things where you need to be texting your clients so that you keep front of mind with them, keep them in a loop, keep them thinking about you. So, we want to make it as simple as possible to have all of those tools that you're going to be needing in the future and make them as easy as possible to work with each other, to interact with each other so that you can have like a straightforward process with your marketing, educating, and generating money over and over, so that way it's a one-stop shop pretty much. It keeps all of those little, because like you mentioned before, like you don't want to be in that development process. You know what you need, but you don't want to spend that time trying to build it on your own, by your own, because that takes forever. Like I've done it, my son's done it, it takes a long time. And you can get stuck in that world for so long that you forget that, I need to be making sales.
Yeah.
I need to be getting in the gym, training more athletes. So if you can just get the education and have it all set up for you, that's the best of both worlds. And then not just have it set up, but like as new information continues to hit and as new marketing solutions and things come out, our job is to continue to provide them in an easy way so that you don't have to worry about, staying on top of it. We give you the education, we give you what you need to leverage it and just make it easy for you to focus on what you need to do with your athletes, with your business, and just make it an overall straightforward process.
Yeah. So do y'all only deal with basketball trainers? That's who the Hoops Institute is only for basketball trainers?
Right now, it's focusing on that niche. People always mention, like, hey, why don't you spread out the golf, tennis, some of these different sports? And it makes sense, but kind of
dominate your own. First. Yeah, you got to dominate, first. Like, you can't just, I was thinking about, I didn't know if y'all did personal trainers, too, because I know Najee was a personal trainer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm the only personal trainer on, I think, so far. Well, you will be too, right? Did you say you do personal training as well?
Who, me? I just do basketball training.
Okay, just basketball.
I mean, I help them with their strength and conditioning too, but
like at 130, right? What you got at 130?
So all right, so what I got to do? What I got to do to get y'all started?
Yeah, so basically we'll just pause the live. We'll get your information, create your membership account, get the payment, and then from there you'll get the Playbook setup form. That'll be the form that gives us all the information we need to know to get you set up, about your website, how you want to structure it out, all that good information. And then from there, 7 to 10 days, you have your new site.
Okay. I got you. All right. So let's do that.
Cool.
For sure, man. I'll send you that link. Prefer email or text?
It don't matter. Either way.
I'll do both. Okay. Kevin, man, thank you for your time.
I appreciate y'all so much, man. Yeah, and I'll get that over to you as soon as possible.
Okay. All right, man. Safe travels to you, brother.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
All right.
All right, man.
All right. Thank you.